If you go north long enough, what will happen?
Anything else?
crap,
And do we get
man.
any more?
No,
Hell.
this isn't a riddle. But it's.
Oh, but it is.
But
If you go north for long enough,
yeah.
It won't be north anymore that you're going. I don't know.
it will be south.
Nice. If you go east long enough,
You'll always go east.
Why is that?
thank you guys. Good night.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Okay, I'm
It's
gonna.
quite cool though.
That is all right. Yeah, that is all right. Nah, but you kind of. It doesn't really. It doesn't really make sense because
You're
you
gonna
just.
let me have it. You're like, I can't do that. Hey guys, welcome back to Ping Island. This is the podcast where we talk about current affairs, lockdown life, and much, much more. Steve's gonna be talking to us about a story about tax. Don't be worried about that. It's don't
Don't be worried about
yeah,
that.
Don't be worried about hot open.
That
Whoa.
was the hottest open yet. Thanks.
Jeez, I barely took a breath.
Neither did Nick, I
I'm-
don't think.
Yeah, I didn't.
I'm waking up.
thanks
yeah,
for that.
tax. What was this tax story?
Have to tell that story now, or
It's
else.
a freestyle from Steve, improvised session. Let's go.
I don't remember the tax story.
I think
What
what Nick's referencing is in 2019 when you had to do your tax and
Yes.
are you okay? Is there a reason you're holding your headphones like that?
I had
The
in
man wants to live
2019.
in the 1960s.
Yeah, why? For people who are not watching, Steve is now putting his hood up. He's taking his headphones off, and now he's putting them on over his hood. Yeah,
That's to stop interference, 5G, and all that
exactly.
filter.
This is to stop 5G.
Mm.
2019
Yeah,
when
do
I
you
did my
remember?
tax. When I messed it up
Yeah,
royally.
royally messed it up.
And the man showed up to my door.
No.
Well, that wasn't tax though.
That was
I still barely even know what that was. I do know what it was,
barely.
but it was weird. That was the weird. It's one of the weirdest things. I messed up so hard that a man, a real life walking, talking man, knocked on my door
Came
one
a-knocking.
morning. Came a knocking. Came all the way to my house from the government internet and knocked and asked me for money and pointed at a piece of paper that he had with my name on it with an amount of money beside it
Oh God.
that I didn't know was coming. Well, I
I
should
think
have
you
known
might
it
have
was
had an
coming.
idea.
I had an idea. There were some letters that came before him.
Yeah.
Oh, on the
But,
subject of the letters, actually, I've got something to add.
Oh yeah. Oh, also, I've heard everyone's been all you guys have been doing your taxes.
Yeah,
There's
well,
been
yeah.
Oh,
I
us
mean,
too.
well, not you, but yeah. How do you? Oh yeah, you're not freelance, right? You just
you
is
just
it-
fucking cash in hand, baby, under the table.
your taxes just get done, right? Or are you freelance?
I'm
Oh
not
my
an
god!
accountant. Are you freelance tax?
Wait,
Hold on.
Yeah,
Hold on. Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Freelance.
do you
Free-
pay your taxes? Then?
Freelance.
Freelance.
Oh, you're a good boy.
Freelance photographer. Like that's all. Like
No.
That's the only freelance there is.
that's the context that I'm
Do
working.
you,
with here.
Nick? Describe to
An
us what you think
actual
that freelance
freelance.
is.
Freelance means a job occupation where you're like self-employed and you're just doing it yourself.
Okay, so you know exactly what it is.
Nice. Yeah.
Why are
feel
you
like
confused?
This is like the word segment when we should know what the definitions are. But
Freelance.
you're like, are you freelance taxing or? I don't.
freelance taxing. Is that a different thing?
Taxing.
Freelance taxing.
That sounds like a
My name.
Steve, do you want to finish your story, or is that the
Freelance
extent?
Taxing.
Basement tax in it.
That's pretty much it. I might come back to it, but
Put it on Patreon behind the paywall.
Yeah.
Behind the paywall. Nick, you in your 2 jobs that you have, kind of, right?
Go
2.
easy. Yeah.
I say, hey, with the
Air
quotations.
quotes.
No, they're weird. They're wheel jobs, right?
Good jobs.
Wheel
They're
jobs,
wheel.
man. You got wheel jobs.
Wheel jobs for baby. You do 2 wheel jobs,
Mm.
and you pay your taxes.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
But
Yeah.
you get taxed. So in Ireland, is this the point?
Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to defend it.
No, but is this where we're going for? This is like, oh, you.
No, what I guess, like, I was freelance for ages, so I always had to do my own.
Mm.
There's something
That stressed you out?
happening
You don't
here.
like that?
Sounds.
The
Seems
Nick
like,
doesn't know.
Yeah.
You
Seems
don't
like
know.
I freelanced for ages. Like in my early 20s, I freelanced tax, and but no,
No,
I got
you're-
head down.
It's got nothing. The tax
Freelance
is separate.
Tax.
You
You
keep
just said
saying those 2
freelance.
words after each
So
other.
we're
Yeah.
talking about. So
was-
how
I was a
this-
freelancer.
A
I was
freelance. You're
freelance
not a
for ages.
freelance tax.
What is a freelance?
You just.
You just told us.
gave us exactly.
Well, in what occupation?
It can be in any
For a while,
But he's saying I
for a
freelance.
while, I rode Deliveroo. I rode bike for the Roo, and I was a freelancer then. When I rode for the Roo,
It's like a way
the
that
Roo was
a
always on my
company-
back.
A way that a company employs you, either on a freelance basis or like a permanent contract basis.
We're getting there now. It's like you
Mm.
invoice them for hours.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
send invoices.
But you
Sorry,
just
I'm with
did
you now.
exactly that. You said self-employed
No,
people
yeah.
have to do their own tax, which is like I'm
Sorry. Oh,
really struggling.
I-
We're really struggling
yeah.
today.
I've taken it that tax is taken off you as much as the government can, unless you put in barricades called tax credits and you put in things. So it's not like I'm not.
I don't know if that's how to view it.
Barricades.
They take as
Like-
much as they can unless you dodge that.
Like
Unless you do something about it.
bank accounts in the Cayman Islands, like everyone has that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wire, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, even when I was freelance. I mean, even with the little money that I made off Deliveroo 2 days a week, I had a bank account in the Caymans.
Yeah.
Even back then. Yeah.
There's a lot of banks in the Caymans.
Mm.
Yeah, true. I was saving, God, upwards of 10, 15 euros a year, you know?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's
It was-
incredible.
Yeah, it was big bucks. Now, I wasn't included in the reports that outed the Queen and Bono and those guys, but I was lucky to escape that because,
That must have
you
just
know, my
been-
name was right there on the list of the next round, you know?
Just below the threshold.
You
Yeah,
managed
I
to
was
dodge it. Just exactly what Nick is saying. You're an expert dodger. Some would say, the artful dodger.
What can I say? I was freelance, so I had to. Like, if
You-
you're freelance, you have to be
Freelance.
a freelance taxer. Yeah.
Mm.
I actually lived in the Cayman Islands for a while, even just to keep up the charade of it.
Do they have Deliveroo there?
They do, and I had to actually go there and do some fake Deliveroos where I would get dressed up in the outfit with nothing in the box and go to an empty house that had a fake name on the bell, and essentially there's no one living there. I had to do that. Had to do maybe 5, 6 of those type deliveries a year. Cost me an arm and a leg to fly there as well. So I think I
Imagine.
made a loss, really.
Yeah.
Look, you got to do
Actually, I
what you got to
definitely
do.
made a.
Only
Yeah.
realizing now. Actually,
Yeah, I made a huge loss.
fuck.
Well,
those
that can't
flights
be
were
right.
360 euros each way.
Yeah, in and around.
Yeah. On Friday, I came back from work
This
to
bit scripted.
my script. On Friday, I came back
pizza?
from work and I made my dinner. No, I
Joey's
came back
diary.
came back from work and had a letter from HMCTS, which I didn't know what it was, addressed to me.
Ooh.
I opened it up. And I'll just read the first couple of lines for you. It's official looking. Just
Christ.
a little. It's got a big old
Mm.
badge on the top
Oh
there.
God. How do they? Okay. How do they address you?
Mr. Joey Harris, my name.
Crap.
So they know my name straight off the bat. They also put
And everyone else in the world does now.
the world. Yeah. There's my date of birth on there.
Oh God.
My address, obviously.
Oh my God.
So they
Which
know me.
is-
This government body know me. And
Okay.
I'll just read the first few lines. Further steps notice. The amount you owe is £370 and 10p. As you have failed to make payment as directed, you are hereby given notice that one or more of the following steps will be taken against you. Issue of a warrant of control to enforcement agents to take control of your goods. Clamp, remove, and sell your vehicle.
What?
If you move to a country in the European Union, apply to enforce the amount outstanding in that country. Make an attachment of earnings order. Okay, basically a bunch of other stuff I don't know. But yeah, they're asking me for £370 and they don't tell me what it's for.
And it says like
Hey,
failure.
hold
like, to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Failure. So you failure to pay, but they don't say what for.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? The H. It's not.
The
wait. HMRC is something-
HMCTS is says it somewhere here.
Oh God.
I think it's something to do with the courts anyway. Her Majesty's Courts and Tribunal Services.
Oh, they fucking her. She's always behind it.
Yeah, she is.
I hate that.
Her Majesty's.
Man.
Her Majesty's Courts and Tribunal Services.
Her Majesty's whatever's never fail, man. They're coming for you. You can
They-
bank on that.
She's going to be outside
They don't
my
tell you what
door.
it's for.
No, they don't tell me what it's for. Now, bear in mind, I also received this on Friday evening, so checked to see if I could call the hotline or whatever, and then they're like, only open from like 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock on Monday to Thursday. So,
Oh,
like, okay,
great.
As difficult as possible.
Few
Yeah.
extra quid on top of that for the last few days then.
Yeah. Obviously, like the weekend. Oh, the weekend. Tick, tick, tick. Add a few more.
Her Majesty's waiting.
So I called him yesterday.
What the hell?
Any
Oh.
guesses what the crime was?
Oh, I was going to say something like you parked something illegally somewhere, but they have so many details. So it's something to do with like your job or tax or something that they already have your details for. Steve, trying to jump in here?
Yeah, something. I feel something governmental like that where the courts. That's weird. I don't know if it's maybe not tax related, maybe insurance related or something.
Sounds like a
that, or-
penalty.
Yeah,
It definitely sounds like a
fine.
penalty. 370 quid is a lot as well. So I would assume
Yeah.
that whatever the prize, the crime, my prize.
Ah.
What prize do I get?
yeah.
Um,
Obstructing a police officer
obstructing.
duty or
Yeah,
a
park.
public menace,
Yeah, public urination.
flicking cigarette butts at
Old
kids.
ladies, kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
into prams.
I am a
Only.
terrible fucker for doing that. Kobe.
Kobe. And scooting off.
I called them on Monday, and it was from a train ticket that I failed
Oh,
to
come
buy 2.5 years ago.
Failed to buy.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Failed to buy. It sounds
Let's
like
dive into that. You're
Mm.
distancing yourself from the crime with
I
those words,
am guilty.
Harris.
Very
I'm guilty.
clever.
Guilty as charged.
Oh my God, he just admitted it.
Yeah.
It took nothing to get it out of him. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that face.
Cuff me. Somebody
Oh
cuff me.
my God.
Take me away. I just don't want to pay the 370 quid.
But how do they have so many details on you
Well,
if you didn't
So-
buy
Government.
anything?
well, they're the government. So it's not that many details, to be honest. It's my name and my
Yeah.
date of birth and my address. So,
And
like-
how the frick do they know? How did you get into the?
Oh.
Did they recognize your face on a camera? How did they know you didn't buy the ticket?
I had actually forgotten about it, but I mentioned it to one of the guys at work on Monday. And
Oh, that
straight
rat! He
away-
told on you. Oh no!
Imagine.
I mentioned it. He went to the
He
courts.
fled instantly, like.
Oh my god!
No, he was like,
Majesty.
Jesus, do you know when that probably was from? And I was like, oh, great. You know before I do, like.
Yeah.
And he was like, do you remember? And it was one time when we were going to work somewhere that was a little bit outside of London. I'm going there super early in the morning. And I had tapped my Oyster card in a station that was inside London and then rode the train to outside of the boundaries of the Oyster card.
Hmm.
Basically then getting off, not realizing, and trying to bleep my Oyster card out and not being allowed out because I was out of the thing. But
Yeah.
also, and here's the clincher, it was not my Oyster card. It was Diz's Oyster card.
I remember that.
You remember
Gosh,
it? Okay.
I remember because the guy wouldn't let you out, right?
He was
you had a
fucking
man at
job's
the
worth,
time.
man. Yeah. And that
He was saying,
little shit is, that's why.
That's a
"Oh
huge
my
fine.
god, that's so giant."
I know, right? So
Do you
basically,
think? Go on,
basically, oh, you go.
please go on,
No, I'm not
You go.
going now.
please, sir.
I'll
No,
go.
please.
Her
After you.
Majesty, after you, Her Majesty.
Her Majesty, had you received any
Nothing.
communication before? Nothing. This is
This
the first.
is the
you've
first
heard
one.
of it. Like 2 years ago, a year ago.
Pretty much bang on 2 years ago.
Oh my god, that's disgraceful.
It's
Her
absolutely
Majesty,
shocking, isn't it? She is off.
slow with the old paperwork.
Yeah, really, really slow. Like they're happy to wait.
Gee.
I've moved house twice, like since then.
God.
Maybe that's maybe.
But they have my
maybe-
fucking address now, don't they?
Yeah.
They fucking have
Oh
it
my
now.
God. Wow. What
Jesus.
would have had to have happened? And how did that transpire on the day? The man tried to stop you exiting. As far as I remember you saying to me, he said, "That's not your Oyster card," and you said, "It's my girlfriend's Oyster card. I haven't." There was a fairly good excuse that was legitimate at the time.
It was that I lost my Oyster card, and I was leaving so early that I didn't have time to buy the places where you buy the Oyster cards from a person. Are they only open at like a normal time? And I was leaving at like 5 or 6 in the morning, so they were all closed. Nobody working there, so you can't buy an Oyster card. I guess in hindsight, what I should have done is buy a ticket. But I was just like, oh, I'll just use Diz's Oyster card. I've been using it for a while anyway. Bleep in, bleep out, happy days. But yeah, they basically were like saying that I had stolen the Oyster card off of like a random girl from college.
Gee,
Oh,
man.
come on.
Yeah. So yeah, and he took all my details then, and they'd obviously basically just sent paperwork to my old flat for the last 2 years, which is, I haven't lived there in nearly 2 years. This whole time. So now I called them and they've basically, I'm like appealing it, and they've frozen the fucking fine. And
Oh, great.
Oh, good.
I was just about to say, surely you have grounds to appeal because Diz
Right.
can confirm that she since used the Oyster card, returned to her. It was you. You didn't
Yeah.
steal it.
yeah.
Out of my
Gosh.
face.
Anyway,
Majesty.
yeah, just a little, just like, and I, on the subject of
that's a
tax,
scare.
I paid my tax on Thursday, and it was an absolute
Ah.
whopper amount. And then I came back and I was like, they fucking want more off me? Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Oh, man.
I just
That's-
gave you
that-
so much.
Weirdly, that is what happened also. Maybe it's a time of year that they start just being like, let's do the shit where we take loads of money off everyone.
Seasonal.
Because
Yeah.
it was when I got that fine where man fucking shows up to my door at like 9 in the morning. It was just pre me paying my taxes, or was just paying them. I was in the midst of figuring that
Oh,
out.
yeah.
I remember because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember it was that. Excuse me.
Nick?
Few doubts. It
I
was in that.
just in the midst of it.
Yeah, I was just like getting to it. I was literally with my
Yeah.
phone the door there. Like I'm sitting down at the kitchen table
I'm
now.
just
with my
making a
papers
cup
out.
of tea now, and I'm
Yeah.
just about to go over all of it. Like,
Yeah. Will you hang on? I'm just about to. I'll put down the final numbers. Come back at lunchtime, and I'm just not in the property. Everything's
Yeah,
empty. Like
on a
I'm
plane to
fucking
Ireland.
House cleaned out.
Yeah,
Janice's
Ryanair
room
website.
cleaned out.
Yeah,
Everyone
laptop
has to
left
leave.
on the Ryanair website.
Yeah.
Laptop with all my guilty
Yeah, you'd be
information
such
on
a
it.
terrible criminal.
Dear, with my like Facebook open. Why would that matter? Man, from the tax office with friggin' whatever. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Fuck yeah, that was in that month where I remember talking to you, and well, I don't know what you were going through. There was maybe not a lot of work going, but me
Yeah.
and you were so bloody fucking broke, absolutely skint. And I just remember being like, that's when we pretty much made the pact to go and do something fun during the summer. We were like,
Yeah.
we have to work, we have to get some money, and
Yeah.
it cannot be just this. Life can't be this now.
Yeah, it was
I can't
so
be
depressing.
fucking-
It was like
yeah.
a bad stretch of like 5 months where you're like, this has to be for something, or else.
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah,
fucking
true.
point,
That's
like?
what that was it. We were working back up from the red, and it was like all this work back up from the red. It can't be just this. That can't be life. There has to be something that I do with this.
Mm.
Like that's
Or else,
that I've earned
really,
back.
what is the point? It is so that's sad,
Yeah.
but like, Jesus Christ, if all you're doing is going from red to breaking even again, and then
Yeah.
go back into the red, like, fuck.
Yeah, because like it will, whether you do something or not, you'll be back in the red. You can bet your eyes you will.
Of course.
But if you use it when you're not in the red, like you'd only spend it on something stupid if you don't use it. So
Yeah.
and if what's money for if not spending? So
Facts.
we spent that.
What did you
cash.
do?
Not even
What's
actually.
summer?
We didn't. That was when we went on the canoe trip, and we did big long stint along the Danube in from Hungary to Serbia,
Skint
and
to
almost to
stint.
Romania. From skint to stint. We were skint then too, but we were skint
We did
on
it
a boat in the
fucking
sun.
Yeah.
shoestring budget. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just have an email here. Do you know that present I got for Christmas, the camera type thing?
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Whatever
So-
happened to that?
So I was like, I got a loan of a micro SD card, and I put that in. I thought that wasn't working for some reason. I think it's too small of memory or something like that. So then
How
I had
small
to.
did you get?
No, I got a Lenovo of one. It was like 8 gigabytes. For some reason, I couldn't update the firmware on it. I don't know. Tech stuff. I don't know. It just didn't work. So I ordered a proper one online, and I was going to get an Argos, and I was like, oh, it's like 3 days away in shipping. So I'm not going to bother with that. There's a Viking store, right? Viking. And it said 24 hours, or like it said, oh, maybe not 24 hours, but definitely 48 hours of ship time you order it. So it was like grand, and I ordered it on the 7th of January because I spent like a week trying to get it up and running with this micro SD card that was full. That I had to delete memory off that. Blah blah blah. Anyway, so I emailed a help desk thing, and I was like, blah blah blah. This is last night. Like, here's my number, my order number. Can you see what the story with it is? It's been over 2 weeks. I'm like, what the hell?
48 hours.
25 euro. Yeah, 25 euro for this thing. Like,
Whoa.
Dear Nick.
Whoa. Sounds like you. What? Sorry, but how big is the SD card, Nick?
I don't know. I don't know. It was all a blur.
You don't know, man. Oh,
What do you mean it was a blur? You can't. It can't be a blur to buy an SD card off of a website online. That's
I
like,
was looking on Amazon and they were all like really cheap. I was like, this is great. And then I looked and it was like shipping was way. And I was like, I was on holidays kind of still. I was like, I want a thick and I want a fast. That's the wrong saying. I want a fast.
Thick.
I want it
Want the card
thick, too
thick.
thick to fit in my camera, and I want it fast.
Mustn't fit.
So I ordered it and I was like, grand. I didn't mind too much. I know it was probably more expensive than the ones you might see on Amazon. Blah, blah, blah. Bottom line was 24 hours shipping, or maybe 48. That was cool. Then those days
cool.
passed.
Maybe
That was
72.
past tense. Those days passed and I was like, oh, I was back into the grind of things. Do you know what I mean? Went to the back of my mind. I was like, okay, I'll wait a little bit. I thought Brexit might have something to do with it. I don't know. Anyway, got to yesterday. I was like, this is ridiculous. I want to get cracking with this for Nick's Tricks and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And I Googled it. And no, I didn't Google it. I emailed them saying, what's the story? Googled, where is my micro? Anyway, she replied, Dear Nick, thank you for your email. I'm sorry to hear that you have not received your order. I was like, okay, that's at least there is an
Standard,
order. Yeah.
Hmm.
I regret to inform you that the item QD blah 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 has been discontinued. And then the next line says, please confirm if the order can be cancelled. Like she's trying to put it on me as if it's like, if she's like can
Like,
you just
oh,
take the
do
hit
you
on
want to?
this?
Yeah. Do you want to maybe cancel it because it's not because we don't make those anymore? Maybe you want to.
How can it have got discontinued in? Like, when did that happen?
I ordered on the 7th.
Continued.
then
Discontinued
she
is
said-
like, why would that website stop making SD cards now? Like,
So annoying. I would like to inform you that the alternate item blah 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 is available in stock with us. If you require a reorder, the quickest way is to place this online. Awaiting a response. I was like, are you shitting me? I've
Oh
waited
man,
2
that's
weeks for a
shocking.
discontinued item because it was going to be lightning fast.
And you waited 2 weeks to only for you to have to email to
Yeah.
find that out.
Yeah.
Like it's not like they were about to come to
They
you
look
and
like-
tell you
yeah.
that.
they had
I
no
like-
thought about
desire.
that.
Yeah, man, that's outrageous. You had to ask them, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, we stopped making those." And you're like,
How many orders are pending
"So
out there? In the world?
who's gonna tell me?
How many people are waiting for SD cards across Ireland?
Oh my god.
Oh man,
I think we know
shocking.
what this means. Always buy off Amazon.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Support
don't,
base.
don't do this.
You don't want me
You're
to.
disgusting.
You don't want
So
me to
you're-
push the agenda again, no?
You're
I'm joking. Come on, I'm
disgusting.
joking. Don't buy off Amazon.
Okay.
You're right.
You're
Nick,
saying-
you're right to not do it.
But the
You
money
tried.
you said it was too expensive, €23.
Well, you said you didn't know how big the card was. So
Look, I'll have a look.
yes.
I kind of expected you to pay attention to that detail, considering that was really the problem with the last one.
Yeah, no,
was
I
its size.
yeah.
Yeah, you have forgotten.
Dragged here for something he's done.
No, yeah. I mean,
Maybe
There was some
25 quid is
weird-
fine, actually. I don't know. I mean, I guess it all
it's
depends on how
alright, to be
big the
honest.
fucking card is. If it's 500 megabytes, then you got ripped off.
no. It was
No.
less, I think.
120,
joking, joking.
125 gigs or something.
Yeah, it got to be something like that, 160
Oh.
or something.
128 gigabytes.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
Okay,
The
yeah, then
big-
25
big-
quid is fine.
Yeah, that's.
But I guess what happens now? Do
Jesus,
you
35, 20, 29 euro. 35 in total. Delivery
Ooh,
costs
35 in
€6.
total? Yeah, no, that's not.
Wait.
Then that's not great.
Why they took money off me for a discontinued item?
That is
Here's the thing.
poor.
Should you can we maybe track the progress of this? I don't know if you're ours, but I will be very curious to see if you could send an email strongly worded back and say, listen, I ordered this thing, debited my account, and I
Absolutely.
waited 2 weeks before I got curious and emailed you to find out where it was, only to be told it doesn't exist and it's not coming.
Just want to record
Now,
this.
now
Send him a voice memo. My friend
that-
has something to say about this.
Here's my friend saying it. That's no kind of service at all, right? Surely not. I wonder if this is one of those opportunities where I would. I'm so bad at this crap. But where
You don't
someone,
sound like you're bad at it, man.
No, you sound
are
great.
No.
riled up.
no,
Yeah.
but where someone with a bit more get up and go would say, "Here's my in to get a spot of cash off the equivalent card," because like you have to be like, "Sorry, can you throw me a tenner voucher or something here, 15 quid?" Like
Yeah, come
I've
on.
been sitting here
Fight
waiting
a
for
little bit.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder is the money still.
you're like
check.
it's a yeah. I wonder if they've taken it out or have they refunded it. But even still,
I think if
I
they've
feel
refunded
like-
it, you can still chase it up and be like, "This
she
is
like,
hasn't.
this is-
joke."
That's why she wants me to cancel the order. She wants me.
Why
give the
can't
go
she
ahead to
cancel the order? Why can't they cancel the order?
no, wait. I wouldn't cancel the order
No, I'm
because
not.
then
Then
because then
I'm-
those
that's-
puts the onus
yeah.
on
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
I
yeah.
reckon you say, "Sorry,
No.
this is the card I wanted. That's why I ordered it. That's why I paid for it, and nobody told me." So you need to give me a fat voucher and give me a new card.
Thick and
lady.
fast, baby.
Thick and
Exactly.
fast.
Thick
That is
card.
the phrase as well. It just
Thick and
sounded
fast.
wrong.
Things are coming thick and fast.
Oh yeah.
Fines are coming. We're coming thick and fast 2 Januaries ago for me. That's
They're
I
still
guess how
coming
you-
thick and fast for me.